There comes a time when every founder faces the ultimate existential decision. Should I hire someone to help with sales, or should I suck it up and continue to do the sales work myself? This conundrum usually arises when a founder has tried to simultaneously run the business, sell, market, and deliver projects. It not only becomes exhausting, it also gets difficult to keep the leads engaged enough to close a deal. So in this video, I'll cover 3 guidelines to help you make a decision whether you want to hire a salesperson or not. These guidelines proved very helpful for Tony, a founder just like you, building a project management consulting company. Tony had a handful of leads and customers, but he was struggling with closing deals. So while his sales pipeline wasn't empty, he wasn't moving leads closer to signing a contract. So the question he asked was, should I hire a salesperson or should I continue to do the sales work myself? This is not the first time I've been asked this question. Many founders face the same situation at one point or another in their entrepreneurial journey. I told Tony that the decision depends on 3 things. The first question, surprise, surprise, is about budget. Ask yourself, do I have enough money set aside for this? See, hiring a top performer salesperson is not a cheap proposition. If you don't have the budget for a full-time salary, you can consider a part-time or a commission-based hire. I will cover different sales hiring arrangements in a future video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. The second consideration, whether to hire now or not, is about time. If your ability to deliver on what you're sold is suffering because you're very busy in sales, it might be the time to make that hire. Remember, however, that this does not absolve you of your sales duties. After all, you are your brand's #1 salesperson, and you have to always sell for it. The idea of hiring a salesperson is to offload some tasks so you can focus on other aspects of the business. So we covered budget and time. Now the last consideration is about strength. Recognize what you excel at and what you struggle with. This is important because, say for the next quarter, you decided on using cold calling as a mechanism to generate leads. Now, if for the life of you, you can't do cold calling, but you're really good at follow-ups, then hiring someone to help you with cold calling is crucial. For instance, as good as I got at follow-ups and sales presentations, I struggled with cold calling. So we ended up hiring a firm to do that for us, and I focused on follow-ups. Hiring that firm did cost us a pretty penny, but the return on investment was well worth it. Plus, I got to focus on what I excelled at, closing deals and getting us more profitable projects. At any rate, assess your relationship with sales. Some people are just natural at sales, while others can't stand it. If you find yourself dreading sales, you can bring someone in so you can focus on your areas of strength. This is not a cop-out. I'm all for founders jumping in head first and figuring things out on the go. But at one point, even if you love sales, you'll probably need to bring on some sales support if you want to scale the business. Now, before we wrap up, let me tell you about one important thing about hiring in general, and that is being aware and knowledgeable of all areas of your business. I'm a big proponent of founders learning about all aspects of their business, even if you're planning on hiring people. Learning about sales, the sales process, the sales funnel, marketing, project management, delivery, operations, and HR. The reason behind this is you can't improve something that you don't know anything about. In addition, if you don't know much about sales, how are you going to discern who's a good candidate to hire? If you think you haven't learned much about sales yet, I would recommend waiting until you've gotten some direct experience in sales and then hiring someone. And don't forget to check out our upcoming video about best practices in hiring a salesperson. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out, and leave me a comment on what challenges you're facing in hiring. I hope the guidelines mentioned in this video will help you decide on hiring a salesperson. For more frameworks and strategies, make sure you sign up for the Daily Advisor, our newsletter dedicated to founders who want to build and grow 7- or 8-figure businesses. And don't forget to like and share this video. See you next time.